Hey, what's up, Success Nation? It's your boy, Matt Rabbit here, back with you again for another incredible video. And in today's episode, I'm going to be going over and showing you 7 ways to amplify your content by repurposing it everywhere. But before we get started, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell beside that, as I'm dropping pure value content on business, marketing, and entrepreneurship every single day on this channel. So let's get started. So it goes without saying, the internet is a very noisy place. And what I mean by noisy, I mean that there's a lot of content being produced. There's a lot of people, producing these pieces of content, whether it's written in the form of blog posts or even video content, and you're, competing to, be heard, to break through the noise, to attract a new audience, to even speak to your own audience. But at the same time, you have to create these pieces of content because those are the breadcrumbs that are going to lead people back to your website, back to your offer, back to your landing page, back to whatever you're selling so you can grow and scale your business. But oftentimes what happens is you work so hard creating a blog post and you just post it up on your website and really nothing happens and you get all frustrated that nothing's working. So in today's video, I want to show you exactly how you can take a piece of content, doesn't matter what it starts out as, and repurpose it on different types of channels, different types of mediums. That way you can, number one, get it in front of a new audience. Number two, get it in front of your existing audience that maybe wants to consume content in a different way. So for example, some people might not want to read a blog post. They'd rather watch a video instead on YouTube. So let's try to change and convert that piece of blog content into a video piece. So tip number one I can give you guys is to create cool graphics for Instagram. So if you've written a blog post, take the most impactful part of your blog post, a sentence that has, a lot of meat on it, a lot of juice, really powerful information, and create an image that you can post on Instagram. Have your picture as a background image, put a nice filter on it, put the text on top, make sure your brand logo is there as well. And then that way you're introducing, at least a little bit piece of inspirational, a piece, a motivational piece, something people can take away and really utilize right away and actually get your blog content now obviously on Instagram. You can't obviously take the entire blog and put it on Instagram, but how can you get on Instagram? Well, this is one way that you can obviously get your brand out there with a piece doing it this way. So tip number 2 is to create a slide deck presentation for SlideShare. SlideShare is an amazing website that gets a ton of traffic, and it's obviously owned by LinkedIn, so it's got a lot of power behind it. So what you can do is you can take I'm going to use a blog content as your original piece. Take, your high-level points, your header points, as I've mentioned before. You obviously want to break up your blog content into header sections because people skim through that. People read the headers to see if they want to obviously dive deeper into your content. Take those headers and, the most impactful pieces of each section, put them as a slide deck, put them on a SlideShare, and then at least that way you can obviously get, your blog, that really most impactful parts of it onto SlideShare and in front of a new audience. So tip number 3 is to create a video for YouTube. It goes without saying, YouTube is massive. I've said it before in my other video about why I'm going all into video marketing. It's the place to be. You have to put yourself, just like this, in front of the camera. You have to get, in front of your audience because video is going to be one of the most consumed pieces of mediums there is, in the next few years and beyond, of course. So you definitely want to create video content. So for example, again, if I've, written a blog post, I can take pieces of that blog content and just like this, go through the headers and just speak out exactly what, in my own words, parts of the blog post. That way I can articulate and I can, you obviously can see and hear me now and give you that piece of blog content, but now in video format. So that way now instead of only attracting, people that are on your website that are going to be seeing your blog content, well, now you're on YouTube, so you're obviously going to be able to get in front of a bigger audience that way. And it goes the other way as well, vice versa. If I create a video piece of content first, I can take that video and then convert it into a piece of content such as a blog post. I'm not obviously going to transcribe it 100%, but what I can do is I can take that piece and obviously take the biggest and best parts of the video and then make it into a blog. All right, so tip number 4, sticking with the video theme, is if I'm making a video on YouTube, what I can do is I can take a 60-second snippet of that, the best piece of, that video, and put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram. That way I can obviously, get my most impactful message out, and almost like a little bit of a teaser trailer to put it on these other social media channels. That way, again, I can get in front of a new audience. I can get in front of my existing audience to attract them back to the YouTube channel, which then you can, obviously funnel into your website if you have some sort of offer or landing page that you want to send them to. So again, with that, you want to keep the videos short. Like I said, under 60 seconds is perfect as people are scrolling by. The one thing that you want to try to do with that as well is obviously have, your overlays, your text overlays. A lot of people, most people actually don't listen to videos. They actually just will read the text. Maybe they're on the train, or they're in a public place, or they're even at work, and they can't really have the audio on. So it's a really good idea to put text overlays on your video, transcribing obviously what you're saying. That way people can obviously read the messaging there as well. So tip number 6 is a great one, because what you can do is, if you have, for example, you're performing an interview with somebody, you can extract the audio from your YouTube video. Okay, you can take that audio and convert it into a podcast. You can put your podcast audio, intro at the front, outro at the back, put it on iTunes, and obviously, boom, there you go. You can actually now get in front of the iTunes and podcast crowd that might not have seen your content on YouTube, or the ones that would actually prefer to listen to your content. They could be, exercising in the gym with their iPhones. They could be obviously driving in their car, so they obviously can't really watch your content. But you can, like I said, extract that audio and convert it into a podcast. So tip number 7, and the final tip I'll leave you guys with in this video, is to syndicate your content. What you can do, again, if you've written a blog post, you can take that content and put it on websites such as Medium. Medium.com are a great place to syndicate your existing content and share it with a bigger audience. Medium gets so much traffic. It's a wonderful place to read and share content information. And like I said, you want to be where the people are. So if you're not getting a lot of traffic to your website, but you're writing these great pieces of blog content and you're frustrated that not many people are seeing them, well, get that content on a place that already has the existing traffic, such as Medium. That way you can funnel people back to your website. You'll get in front of a bigger audience that obviously is interested in your niche, and you can obviously start building your brand and your authority that way. All right, one ninja tactic that I want to give you as a bonus that you guys can use as well is when you're promoting your content. So say, again, you've written a blog post and you put it up on your social media profiles, on your Facebook page, on your Twitter. What you can do is obviously, and what you should be doing, okay? So say it's Monday today and you just posted a blog post, okay? Obviously, not everybody is going to see that tweet, okay? It's a very small percentage of your audience is going to be seeing that tweet. What you should be doing is obviously in a week from now, tweeting out your blog content again. A month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. That way you keep, you don't waste that piece of content. You don't want to just work so hard on a blog article, 3,000 word, pure value blog article, to have it just seen by such a small percentage of people. You want to get the most amount of people to see that. And if you just tweet about it once and that's it, then you're going to be missing out on a ton of other people that, should and deserve to obviously see that piece of content that you've worked so hard for. Same thing goes with Facebook as well. And what you can do is in CoSchedule, your content calendar that I recommend so highly to anybody doing any type of content marketing, is what you need to do is you can obviously connect your WordPress blog into CoSchedule, and CoSchedule can set up a social queue calendar where it'll automatically post out all these social messages, this tweet on a predetermined schedule. So for example, like I said, at time of publish, a tweet will go out. A week later, a tweet will go out. A month later, a tweet will go out. And you can customize this calendar and the schedule as you wish. But like I said, you can go even a couple years out, because, if it's an evergreen piece of content, it doesn't matter that it's been a couple years later. It's still valuable to somebody. So why not? You're obviously intending to grow and you want to keep bringing people into your ecosystem throughout the year. And throughout your obviously lifetime of your business. So keep, sending these messages out. That way people keep knowing about you And like I said, you're not just wasting that piece of content once. Down the road, 2 years from now, somebody can still get value out of it. So that's a ninja tactic I'm just going to leave you here with to close off. So once again, I hope you got a ton of value out of today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and a like down below. And also, if you have any questions on this or other ways that you guys use to, syndicate your content or repurpose your content, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you on that. And once again, if you haven't subscribed to the Success Nation and this channel, please do so by hitting the subscribe button down below and the notification bell beside that to be notified when I drop videos daily on this channel on business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Once again, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your journey. And once again, my name is Maher Abiad. I will catch you in the next video.